And we're waxing lyrical about your larynx on Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice, our short daily podcast series from London. I'm Peter Stewart, and these under 5-minute episodes to build your confidence and competence with advice on breathing and reading and inflection and projection and a whole lot more as well. Thanks very much indeed for the loan of your ears. We spoke about your larynx and what happens there with your vocal folds a couple of 3 days ago, and you'll get an idea, a better picture in your mind of what's happening in your larynx as you speak. If you imagine, or actually do this, hold the neck of a blown up party balloon and let the air out of it bit by bit, and you'll know that different sounds are made as you release your pinch. The number of times your vocal folds vibrate per second is actually the pitch being vocalized. So if the vocal folds vibrate 500 times a second, then the airflow is being interrupted 500 times per second, and the pitch is 500 hertz. Wow, that's quite a stat, isn't it? That's a factoid and a half. Let's dig a little deeper. On middle C, your vocal folds vibrate at around 262 times a second. The octave above, they vibrate at 524, and the C above that, 1048 times a second. So imagine the pitch of some of the people you know, or perhaps at the extreme level of maybe some opera singers, people like that. It's an astounding fact about what is going on in this little kind of postage stamp area halfway down your throat. So the pitch range for men's voices is usually 60 to 180 hertz. Women's voices, obviously slightly higher, around about 160 to 300 hertz. And women's voices tire more easily than men's because they phonate at a higher frequency. Some astounding stats. Tap that little button that says rewind 30 seconds on your podcast player and you may want to listen to those again. I'll tell you what happens when you shout tomorrow as I return. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.